Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Raceface Drive in 5 here on raceface.tv. As always, my name is Jacob Seelman with you, and getting a chance to add another Raceface driver to the lineup here on the podcast. This is Case Hockman from Apollo Beach, Florida. Case is 12 years old now and finishing up a season, Case, in which you've done a lot of Bandolero racing and a lot of dirt microsprint racing. And we'll let you introduce yourself first. So, talk a little bit about kind of what got you started in racing and how you've gotten to where you are right now.
All right. Hi, my name is Case Hockman. What got me started is like my dad started racing go-karts, so I want to start racing go-karts. So we started doing that for about 5, 6 years. And then we got we got a ride with Driven Performance for junior sprints. And then, before that, we did a little bit of quarter midgets.
Mhm.
And then we got the Driven Performance with the junior sprint. And then we got the Bando. We rebuilt that. And we ran it 4 or 5 times. And then now we're racing dirt micros for AB Enterprises.
And also in the Bandolero this year, too. So, this is your first full year in the Bandolero, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. I know for you, it's got to be a lot of fun going back and forth between dirt and pavement. What's that like? And kind of, do you feel like you have to adjust your driving style some when you go back and forth between the two cars?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Because pavement, you just got to be like smooth on the wheel, and I jerk it around like the dirt, and like dirt is like wheel control and throttle control, so it's like combination of being smooth and it's like getting sideways too. But
A lot of driver technique involved there
yeah,
in the micro sprint. So you've recently, since you joined Raceface, you had a Bandolero race back in early September at Auburndale Speedway. Got a solid finish. Go back, talk me through that race a little bit and kind of what you experienced. I know it's been a little bit.
yeah. So back there first practice good, we did good, and then we entered the heat, and then we started third, I think, third or second. We ran good. The car was like a little loose, but we think that was all on tires. And we come back third too.
Third in the feature. Now, much more recently, you raced the micro sprint a little over a week ago up here in North Carolina at Millbridge Speedway, and I we were talking before we started recording here that you kind of made it a little harder on yourself, but really came back strong. Flipped in your heat race and still finished third.
Yep. So what happened there was one of the cars in front of me, I think they got like loose or something and they got startled a little bit, so they like kind of stopped mid corner. So I started turning right to get out of the situation, but then another car hit him, and which brung him up, and then I wheel hopped him, hit the fence, and then flipped, and then started fourth, and then passed one car to get third.
And I know the feature later on, you guys were able to check the car. Nothing serious was wrong with it, and ended up with a second place finish. So not a bad night.
Yep.
Anything spectacular in the feature, or just one of those where you were able to maintain your track position and kind of work the track a little bit?
Pretty much maintain my track position and like learn the line some more because the leader was like gone.
I get that. I know Millbridge is really tricky for a young driver to come to for their first year. What have you learned coming there and racing some this year, and kind of what do you feel like it takes to be able to be fast there?
Uh, like just hit your marks and don't miss the corner, and like don't let off
Sure,
too.
it's big momentum in the micro sprints, and I'm sure you've probably noticed this, but with how wide the corners are compared to the short straightaways, there's not a lot of time, where you're full throttle. It's almost about the time you get full throttle, you're back in the corner again.
Yeah. So like 3 and 4 is like a tighter. So the track's like Bristol, but it's miniature. So one corner's tight and one corner's wide, so where you can go faster. But like 3 and 4, you have to have like a different turning style.
And we'll talk a minute too about that banner behind you, because I know the other big part of your summer into the fall here is you got selected to be part of the Velocita Factory pilot program, and I know you being able to represent them and have their apparel at the racetrack. Talk a little bit about that and what that's been like.
It's been good. We stopped by there to like get fitted for my new suit, and we got there just in time so we can get like they were about to ship a bag to us, so we got there just in time to see the bag. And my dad and I think his name was Mr. Brad
Mhm.
were talking, and so yeah.
And for any racers or fans that need apparel, you can kind of see it on the banner behind Case, but it's Velocita, VELOCITA dash USA.com to put in an order. Case. Before we let you go, I know you've got, in addition to Velocita, sponsors and people that help support your racing. Take a minute to give some thank yous. Who makes it happen for you and your race team?
Um, like race team, especially AB Enterprises with Austin Barnhill with his friend Alex for the micro, and all my sponsors: APR Auto, Vanselm Screening, Ambassador Racing School, Bryce Comer Racing, Rack City Ribs, Miss Marie Salon, Victory Fuel, Velocity USA, and Friends of Jacqueline Foundation.
All right, Case. Glad to have you on here for the first time. I know you're not quite done racing this season. What have you got left on your calendar
We're gonna go back to Millbridge on December 7th to race again. One more race before we go to Tulsa,
for the
and
shootout? I see a smile on your face. This is is this your first or second time going to be going to Tulsa for the shootout?
third time.
Third time. Okay. I was close. See, and you and I both know how much of an experience that is. We can talk a little bit more about that when it gets closer, but pleasure to have you on here for the first time, Case. Congratulations on a couple of strong finishes recently, and we'll get you back on here in about a month.
All right. Thank
That's
you.
that's Case Hockman. My name's Jacob Seelman. This has been another Raceface Drive in 5. We'll see you next time on raceface.tv, where you can go for all the latest in the news and motorsports.